Hi, everybody. We are live. I
Oh,
always like to
hello,
say that.
hello.
I always like to say that. So, welcome. My name is Denise Imbesi, CEO and founder of Muscle Mix Music. And welcome to the Matcha Tea Time Show. Here's my matcha tea, where once a month I interview industry leaders, fitness experts to share their expertise and their motivation in hopes of helping you, the fitness professional, get inspired and help you with your careers. I just think it's amazing to learn and pull information from all these amazing thought leaders out there that have been in this industry and have really helped create the industry over the last, 30 plus years. So today I am so happy to welcome the very exciting Michele Park. Yay! I am going to read her bio to you. And it's long, but it's worth reading because she's done so much for the industry, in the industry, and I'm going to breeze through it. Here we go. She's been a mentor in the fitness industry for over 30 years. She's owned her own personal training company, worked with large fitness corporations on program design, development, and trained thousands of fitness professionals. She is the creator, and we're going to talk a lot about this today, of three fitness brands: Soul Fusion, Soul Strength, and Bar Fusion. Michele creates a class experience that allows movement and music to come together, bringing magic to the room. She says she stays true to the saying, people follow passion, not perfection. Oh, I like that. And works with fitness instructors to help them reach their full potential. On a personal level, she lives in Southern California with her husband, two adult daughters, two golden doodles, Jax and Delilah. She loves to create and serve, but is also a huge fan of sitting on the couch, smothered by golden doodleness, watching a great documentary with a glass of champagne. It's called Balance. But let's not forget, many of you know Michele from the days of PiYo. Michele was the format expert for PiYo, which basically meant
Correct.
Chalene Johnson was the creator. Correct me if I'm not saying this correctly. Chalene Johnson was the creator of the program. And when
Correct.
it became available to instructors to take it as a course, Beachbody hired format experts to create new choreography, continue education for PiYo. Is that music, choreography, and be on the videos or help produce the videos? Is that right, Michele?
Yes, exactly. I always like to say that Shalene birthed this beautiful baby, and then I
Wow.
just helped it and guided it through the teenage years
I
and
like that.
sent it
That's
away to
perfect.
college.
No, you
Yeah.
you
So she,
definitely
yeah.
did. Yes, yes. And PiYo's still out there. It's an amazing
Oh, yeah,
program by Beachbody.
definitely.
But you kind of have, yeah, like you said. I mean, you had your own talents and skills before you were given PiYo, and now
Mhm.
you've used that expertise to build your soul
The
brands,
soul brands. Yeah.
which we're
I,
going to
I
talk
was,
about. Yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
I was given an amazing gift eh, by being able to cultivate that community for PiYo. Like it really was an amazing gift that Shalene, I believe Shalene gave me. She brought
Yes,
me on when it was still Powder Brew
yes.
Productions, and I started doing stuff for PiYo for her. And then when it was sold, when she went into partnership with Beachbody
Mhm,
Live,
mhm.
I was kind of part of the package. It's like the package deal. Here's
Oh,
PiYo,
okay.
here's Michele.
Here's Michele.
So it was great. It was, yeah, here's Michele. So it was a great opportunity for
Hmm.
me, not only to just kind of dive deeper into that world, which I absolutely love, but to really
Wow.
help cultivate a brand, which turned out to be Beachbody's number 1
That's
program when it comes to
right.
fitness programs. Yeah. And
That's
I
right.
truly believe, see, PiYo's amazing. It's the form, I mean, it's just the whole package, but the community, I truly believe, is what built that
Mm.
brand.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so interesting because everybody thought, and maybe it was just a timing thing, but I think everybody thought Insanity, all the hardcore hit stuff. And not that PiYo isn't hardcore, but, like you said in your bio, people want balance. And
Yeah.
programs like PiYo, that give you that kind of balance is what I think more people are looking for nowadays. So tell me about your shirt real quick because
Absolutely.
I can't help
Oh,
but there it is,
here
rocking
we
my
go.
rebel
There we
shirt.
go. There we
It's
go.
such a
Rocking
cute
my rock.
shirt.
Is that
But what
appropriate for TV? Are we on TV? Like, is that
absolutely.
appropriate? Me putting this into your face?
for TV.
rocking my rebel soul. So our brands are the soul brands. Like you said, there's three. So there's Soul Fusion, that is mind body esque, a little athletic mind body esque, kind of that balance that I truly believe everybody needs. And then there's Soul Strength, which is rhythmic resistance. So we lift medium to heavy size weights to the beat of the music.
Love
Because
that.
I don't know if you know, I mean, I don't know if you're involved in music or anything, but music is the key. Like I really truly believe
Yes.
that helps create this amazing experience. So we move rhythmically to the beat. And then we have a format called Bar Fusion, and that is bar for any body. So like ballet moves, choreographed bar, uh,
Mm.
some pulsing. We like to pulse, some cardio bursts, and again to really fun, crazy music. And we partnered with a pretty amazing company called Muscle Mixes. Not quite sure if you heard of them, and they create
Don't
our
know.
music, which is absolutely superb.
Really, really happy. So you do everything to the beat of the music. That's really cool
Yeah.
because that's sort of become almost a lost art over the years.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Somehow,
Mm-hmm.
when I first started a long time ago, the 80s, everything was to the beat of the music, right? And I'm sure you did
Yeah.
too. And then somehow it just kind of took a detour, which was okay and is okay for some
Oh
programs.
yeah.
But it doesn't work. Maybe for like a boot camp class, it's okay if it's just in the background because, if you're punching a bag, it doesn't have to be on beat, right? But for what,
Right.
I love that you're doing that. And I think obviously it goes to show a lot of people love it because you took that great tribe when Beachbody Live said, okay, we're not doing this anymore. You were like, what? What do you mean? So you took, that knowledge, that experience, and the tribe with you, and I'm assuming and basically built these soul brands. Now, how did you develop, how did this start? Like, did you just sit one day and say, I'm going to do this? Like, tell me,
It
share with everybody that process.
kind of that process.
Yeah.
It's funny because I've always worked behind the scenes. And I always tell people that, like, one of my best jobs was working behind scenes, creating formats
Mm,
and
yeah.
cultivating communities. Like, that's
Yeah.
what I love to do. I did it for 24 Hour Fitness when I did stuff for them.
Oh,
I
yeah.
did it for Powder Blue Productions, and I did it for Beachbody Live. And so, even though, yes, I was on camera and I was a format expert and got to speak a lot, I did a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. And that
Mm,
was an amazing job. Like, I wouldn't even
yeah.
call it a job. It's just what I love to do. I was never the one that had to, put it this way. I would go to conventions and teach PiYo or teach another
Mhm.
format, and then I would leave. I wouldn't have to deal with any of the behind the scenes
Oh,
stuff. I wouldn't have to
oh,
deal with
wow.
any of the numbers. Like, that was what I love to
Mm,
do. Um,
okay.
so being my own boss and creating my own format, even though I've been doing it for multiple companies, so I know I could do it, was not on the top of my bucket list. Like, it never was,
Mm,
because I absolutely loved my job. I loved who I was working for. I
yeah.
loved who I
Yeah.
was working with. And
Yeah.
so I never really wanted to make a change. And then
Yeah. Yeah.
when those doors closed, uh, this other door was forced open, if that
I
makes
love
sense.
it.
Like,
I love it.
I created the soul brands as much for instructors as I did for myself, maybe even more for myself, because that is what I absolutely love to do. I love to create
Yeah.
community and create formats that are super easy to learn, super easy to teach, and really fun to take. Like, I love that kind of thing. So that door was forced open.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then the first
Yeah.
format, like our flagship format, was Soul Fusion.
Soul fusion.
Very
Yeah.
similar to what I used to do, same movement quality as
Yeah.
PiYo.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. And then strength training, when the strength training one came out, I just knew that I loved lifting. I knew that we needed to lift. I knew that I
Mhm.
loved music, and I knew that we could put it together in a really safe, effective, fun package, if that makes
Well,
sense. And so that one was
I
born.
want to stop you because you keep using the word simple, but
Hmm.
it's just like when somebody writes a song. It's not simple. I mean,
Yeah.
what goes through your mind like when you sit there and create this amazing? You're just making it sound like it's an everyday thing for everybody, but it is for you. But can you tell us that process? How did you sit there
Yeah.
like with yourself and come up with Soul Fusion? You gave birth to something new.
Yeah. And so the name came about because this movement quality really is it's silly, soulmate workout. So I just knew, and it's a fusion of a couple different things. So that's how soul fusion came about.
Okay.
The creative process. So I know that I say that it was simple, and for me, because that's the way my brain work, it is
Yeah.
simple. Like it
Simple.
is simple. Um, and I can listen to a song and start moving to the music and
Wow.
make the transition seamless, and just it just works for me. So I
Okay.
listen, I always joke about this, Denise. I'm like, I am not great at a lot of things. Very few things, but I
Right.
am really good at putting music together with choreography and making it, fun, easy to learn, easy to teach, all the things.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that came really easy to me, and I know it
Wow.
doesn't come easy to a lot of people. So I wanted to share
Yeah.
that so that
Okay.
instructors could move that way. They could move to the music, they could feel all the feelings, they could bring it into their classroom, and they didn't have to do all the work. But
Okay.
I'll tell you what, with Soul Strength,
Yeah.
so I have a team. So I'm the format expert for Soul Fusion. And
Yeah.
then for Soul Strength, I have a team, and Jacqueline Tufts from Canada and Holly Giuliano from Orange County, California. They are the format experts for Soul Strength.
Official strength.
And so we all three work together at the beginning. And now I kind of like let them take the reins because they're so
Okay.
good at what they do.
That's
Uh,
awesome.
and so they have like monthly meetings, and they create the choreography, and then of course I go to you
Fun.
guys and to Vincent, and we create the music. It's really
Yeah.
a huge team effort.
I
And
love
then
that.
bar fusion, I had no desire to do bar. I taught bar for 6 years, and I didn't want to do bar. uh, I guess I take that back. It's not that I didn't want to do bar, it's bar is not my expertise.
It's not
So I knew I
your
had to bring,
it's not
yeah,
in
it's,
you. Right.
yeah.
Doesn't ooze
So,
out like
but I
the
can
other
do
two.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can do it just
Sure.
like pole dancing. I could probably do it, but it's nothing that I really want to do on a weekly.
Right.
No, I'm kidding.
No, no, no. I
But
mean,
true.
it doesn't
Um,
feel right. I get it. It's not your jam, as
yeah,
they say. It's
yeah.
not.
But
Yeah.
but I almost ate my words on that, because I had a really good friend
Oh,
who was our format expert for Bar Fusion, Magda Luboff, and
oh yeah.
she was insistent creating bar, like insistent. I'm like, fine,
Wow.
we'll do bar. It is one of our instructors love this bar.
Oh,
Like
that's awesome.
they absolutely are head over heels in love with it. And she does such a great job with her creative team,
Awesome.
uh, that, that kind of, not that that's taken off my plate, but she really is in charge of Bar
Sure.
Fusion.
Sure. That's
Yeah.
great. So, tell us about the programs, and are they all the same? Are they choreographed to a song and then you memorize it? Or is it, here are the counts, here's the choreography, and you can apply it to anything? How does that work?
So their Soul Fusion is different than Bar Fusion
Okay.
and Soul Strength. So
Okay.
Soul Strength and Bar Fusion are 100, 130, 125, 130 beats per minute, a continuous playlist. So the
Gotcha.
moves are 32 counts. So it's
Okay.
really easy in that way. Like if you forget something, or if you want to add something extra, or if you want to stay with a move because one move's not working for your class, then you can. Absolutely no
Right.
problem. You've got this continuous playlist. We even
Okay.
give you a little extra music. We even give you a little extra music so that you don't have to worry about it.
Gotcha.
So that's how those two are programmed. Soul
Okay.
Fusion, there are 9 sections, and every section has a song. So it's different. Um,
Okay.
but the same kind of thing. Like if you, it, it's not choreographed to every single beat.
Gotcha.
It's 125 beats per minute. It's 32 count
32
choreography.
counts. Okay, got it.
Yep, 32 count. But you don't have to worry like, uh-oh, I missed that beat, or uh-oh, I missed that beat.
Right. Okay,
If you
gotcha.
mess something up, you wait for the top of the phrase, you keep going, you add a little
And you
something
keep going.
different,
All right, got it. Got it.
and you just keep going. Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
I didn't
That's
want
so
to do
great.
anything, and you know how much I love putting moves to music, and I
Yeah.
just didn't want, but I also didn't want to do anything that was so restrictive
Yeah.
that instructors would struggle every time they went to teach a
Yeah.
new collection. That's what we call releases or rounds. We call them
Oh, I
collection.
like that.
So yeah, so I didn't want
No, I think
instructors
that's
to have to
smart.
struggle. Yeah.
That's absolutely smart because, yeah, I mean, on the one hand, a pre-choreographed, would you consider yours pre-choreographed format?
It's funny. We get asked that all the time, and yeah, it's for sure pre-choreographed,
Okay.
but it's I don't. but it's so open for our
It's
instructors to
open.
make it their own. Yeah.
Open to
Yeah.
interpretation, to create, to add in their own style. I think that's what instructors want more
Yes,
than ever
for
nowadays.
sure.
They want a little of
Yeah.
both. Like, give me
Yeah.
the framework, give me ideas,
Yes,
but then let me, because you do have to adapt to the students, number one, right? You don't know who's going to be
absolutely.
in the class. You may have to modify and things like that. But at the same time, you want to put in your flair a little bit, but then other people don't. I mean, we learn this with music, you know. There are many people who's like, I've got to curate my own playlist and it's got to be this way, blah, blah. But there's a lot more that say, just give me the playlist. Let me just,
Yep.
do it for me,
Yep.
except for maybe a song or two and I'll just change the order or whatever. But,
And
um,
and with the
yeah,
music that you guys do for us for bar with Bar Fusion and Soul Strength, like we give them a playlist. So
okay,
with all of our formats, we give you music, we give you
okay,
choreography, we give you the videos, we give you everything. Like
nice,
it's really our goal as a company to give instructors all the tools they need because, and
perfect.
you and I have talked about this before,
Yeah,
our job as instructors to create this really cool experience. And if we have to worry about all the technical things or all the other things like being
forget it.
on the exact beat or making sure, our music
Hmm.
is 100% perfect, like if a company can give me all those tools so that I can just concentrate on my students and their experience,
Yeah,
then I think that's best case scenario. And that's what we really try to do.
I love that. I love that. And you have an anniversary coming up. Did I see that? Has
Yeah,
it
we
already
do. It's
been, how long has it been now?
October. It's 3 years. Crazy,
3
right?
years. Wow. And that
Yeah.
was the
It'll
launch
going
of,
into our third year.
so it's the third
Soul
year of
Fusion.
Soul Fusion. Okay, that's
Yeah, it'll
very
be our
exciting.
third year Soul Fusion.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's for sure been a journey. I touched on it a little earlier about, working behind the scenes, but
Yeah.
for any of you out there who are who are working for other companies, when you go out there and do your own thing, it's amazing. It's super fun, but it's very different. Like being the big boss, it's
I
very
know. I know.
different
All those
than
little
being the
things.
person, all
Yeah.
those little things. And we've talked about it before.
Yep.
I mean,
I
it's a
know.
crazy, fun journey, and I wouldn't change it for anything. But
That's awesome.
yeah,
Well, you have a
it's
great
interesting.
team, and I was
I
very
do.
honored to be able to meet a lot of them in Vegas at the Idea Show last couple months. Has it been 1 month? I don't know.
Oh my gosh, a
But yeah,
month already.
I know. And I love the
Yeah.
energy that your team has. And I noticed that you put a lot of emphasis, like on Instagram, on squad, your squad,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
building. On Instagram, you said, here, I have it written down.
Uh-oh.
You have a few
What did I
really
say?
great no, you have some great comments. Behind every strong woman is a squad of other strong women who have her back and a shovel just in case.
Well, it's it's a big deal.
So
And then
true.
I always say, and I'd like to add to that, my husband is an assistant sheriff, so we always have backup there as well. So there we go.
Ooh. You also wrote, strong women lift each other up. Weak women, there is no such thing.
No such thing.
So what are some of
No
the
such
ways that
thing.
you create community with your format? Like, or with your program? How do you do that?
So we and because that is the environment that I've been used to for 7 years working for the other
That's
company, it
true.
was very easy for me to continue it. Now, of course, it takes
Hmm.
willing members to create a squad, right? And it
Yeah, yeah,
takes
yeah.
people that have your back and have the shovel if needed. And we've got that great group, but I think treating everybody like they 500% deserve to be there, getting as much influence from them as possible, making them part of the
Mm,
conversation, making them part
yes.
of our collections, asking for music
Mm,
ideas, asking for move ideas. Like, I think that's extremely important
that's a good point.
in any brand, whether you are a part of a brand or whether you are the creator of the brand. I think it's really important as a member of a community to try to stay as involved as possible. And I think it's really important as the creator of a community to reach out to people to make sure they feel involved
I love that.
and
No,
to not
that's,
forget,
yeah.
right? Same thing probably with you guys, and to not forget that there are also people who are a huge part of the community that are people like me, who they're a little bit more introverted. I know you can't tell now, but a little bit more
No, but I know
introverted. They
what you
like to
mean.
sit back, they like to
Mm-hmm.
listen, but they're still there. They're still 100% in. And I think tapping in ways that you can actually really connect with those people is very important too.
How do you do that? Because when we were in school, there's always those top 10% that are always with the big mouths, right? And the ones in the
Hmm.
back don't
Hmm.
say anything, but they're thinking something. So do you
Hmm.
do survey? Do
Hmm.
you have anything formalized, or you just kind of happens organically? Like, do you have focus groups? Do you have surveys? Like, what do you do?
It's funny that you say that because we do quarterly surveys, and
Hmm.
we don't. It's funny. Sometimes when you send quarterly surveys, you get all this influx of information, and then sometimes you're like, "Hello, hello,
Hello?
hello."
Hello? Hello?
So
Anybody there? Yeah.
yeah, I truly believe it's consistency, and we do a lot of posting in our,
Yeah.
so we have Facebook groups for each brand. So we do a lot of posting in our Facebook
Okay.
groups, and
Oh. Oh.
whether people comment or not, you can always see who has viewed it, who is listening, and
Yeah.
if by any chance, like
Oh.
we have a lot of instructors, so for me to reach out to each one of them personally is a little bit challenging. But
Of
we have master
course.
trainers that we have a bunch of master trainers that really
Hmm.
do want to connect with the community. So they're
Cultivate.
always asking
Yeah.
questions. They're always coming in. They're always there for any questions that any of people have. So we make not only the brand or the collections, but we make the team extremely accessible. And
I
you
love
probably
that.
noticed that at Idea. Like they
Yes.
really are happy, good,
So
passionate,
happy.
fun people. They really are, and
I,
like
I
they
mean,
love what
it's
they
more
do.
of a movement than a company,
Yeah,
it's,
I
and
agree.
that's what I love about fitness, but especially what you do. And I hate to say, but I mean, as a woman, there's something different about a woman leading the pack,
Hmm.
for women to follow, because it makes us
Yes.
seem like, makes us feel like, wow, I can, if she's so strong and look at her. I mean, I know when you were walking me around like crazy, I'm like, God, she's probably younger than me and she's killing it. And look at me, I'm like,
I like to walk,
ugh.
Denise. I like to walk and I like to walk fast. And
I
I think the
noticed.
I don't I think the leader, whoever the leader is, has to be accessible and
Yeah,
relatable,
yeah,
and
yeah.
open.
That's a good
And
point.
even though I'm introverted, I try to make myself that way, accessible, open, and relatable. I mean, I'm 55. I've got two
Oh my God,
kids, and two girls in high school, two
I
golden
love it.
doodles. I like champagne. I really do watch Netflix, but not always documentaries. Sometimes there's, you know,
Other
supernatural
stuff.
shows, other
I like
stuff
all this other stuff
that
too.
I
I'm
like to
with
watch.
you,
Like
baby.
I like all the Netflix
But
stuff.
see,
But
but don't you feel like, what do you think about, do you have comments from people that say, because you're a woman, and not that you want to always, not that you're looking to be admired, but just you want to inspire other women. I mean, I'm sure guys do men do the programs as well?
yeah, men do the programs as well. I don't get comments from men. I get a lot of my niche is women. But
Yeah, yeah,
men do take the programs and do teach
sure,
the programs for sure.
of
But
course,
our niche is women, and we really try to we cater to everybody because
of course.
again, the formats are teachable
Accessible,
by
yeah,
anybody. Yeah, anybody.
sure.
But we really do cater to women on my social media, and when it comes to empowering and
Hmm.
lifting up, we really do cater to women.
To women, yeah. So tell
Yeah.
us, if somebody wants to join the squad or be a part of what you're offering, um, how do they get started? Are there different? Um, do you have to do all three, or do you get to pick one over the other, or how does that work? If I say
You
hi, I want to join, what do I do? Or get
you
certified, or
have to
however.
do all three. No, I'm
Oh my
kidding. I'm
God!
kidding. You do not. I know.
I know, I know, I know.
No, I guess you have to figure out what you want. Like, what are you
Hmm.
thinking? Are you thinking like bars your thing? Do you want to do something strength wise? Do you want to do something yoga inspired with like those
Hmm.
athletic tones? Like, what do you want to do? So figure out that first, and
Okay.
then soul fusion's your yoga. Strength is your, soul strength is your
Right.
strength, obviously, and bar fusion is your bar. And so we have lots of different ways for people to go through the training. What's really cool is attempt to meet people where they are, because obviously we've gone through some challenges the last couple of years.
Yep.
And
Yep.
like last time you and I talked, like we talked about the fact the company was born in a pandemic,
Yes, I
and
was just thinking
is
that
yeah,
3 years.
yeah,
Sheesh.
crazy. So we do virtual trainings.
Okay.
We do in-person training. So excited because this is the year that like we're really getting back
Oh,
out there in
that's
person and
right.
clubs are starting to open. Yeah, we're
That's
doing some
awesome.
great things for colleges too. So that's exciting.
Oh, very
We
cool.
are, and then we're also have a digital go at your own pace course. So
Oh,
what's really cool is we have all these opportunities, all of these ways that you can go through the training, because we know people
okay.
have busy lives. We know sometimes
Yep.
doing something for 6 hours on a weekend is challenging, especially for women who have families and there's got
Yep.
sports on the weekend. Now we're back in school. So
Yep.
we have all these opportunities for you guys to get trained, and the courses are,
Okay.
and I mean, I mentioned it before because this is what we truly believe in. I know, easy to learn, easy to teach, but it really, really is. Like we make it
Hmm.
very easy for you to go through the training and
Okay.
start teaching the next week. Like that's
Okay.
a
Really?
really big goal
Wow,
for us.
that's a big one right there. And
Yeah.
once they
Yeah.
do that, do they then go to their gym and say, "Hey, I have this new program." Like, what do you encourage them to do at that point with that? Do they just
Yeah.
like what
So
do the most
now that,
instructors do? Yeah.
so a lot of, well, now,
Of course
not
it's
if you
different.
asked me a
I
year
know.
ago,
I
if a
know,
year
it'd be
ago,
different.
everybody's like, I'm teaching online, I'm teaching
Exactly.
online,
Yeah, yeah,
like it's
yeah.
perfect, which was
Right,
perfect.
right.
And by the way, you
Yeah.
guys really helped them with all that with your virtual
Thank you.
music. So that
Thank you. I
was really
appreciate that.
awesome. But we highly encourage them to go to their manager. And the great thing is we have a lot
Okay.
of managers coming to us asking for our
Oh,
formats. So we're doing a lot of
nice.
club specific trainings, and we do that too. Like we can
Oh,
customize a
wow.
training for any facility that needs it, like
Awesome.
work around what their instructors need.
I love
So
that.
now we highly encourage instructors to go to their facility or go to their manager, tell them about the
Okay.
format, tell them they just got trained, send them all. We have what we call a club kit, so the clubs can find out all this
Oh,
information about the formats and promotional material.
great.
And we just are encouraging instructors to go directly to
Perfect.
their manager and give them an opportunity to kind of figure out what it's like. We also
Okay.
have, which is really cool, we do once a month, and I can send you that information, or kind of I'll put it in
Yeah,
the
put it
thread
in the
later
bottom
on
of the,
today.
yes,
Yeah, yeah.
please.
Is we have a What is Soul sample class that myself or a master trainer teaches,
Oh,
and we do that once
nice.
a month. So it samples all three formats. So if you're like, I have
That's
no
great.
idea where to go, I have no idea what to start, you can go and
Mm,
figure out what movement quality
I
best
love
fits you.
that.
Because I truly believe, and I'm sure the instructors on here will agree, I'm sure you agree too, that you have to teach what you love, what your
Yeah.
body feels good doing.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
then, yes, you can expand and figure out what else you should be teaching, like
Yeah.
what maybe your clubs need. So bring in
Right.
something your clubs need. But I also truly believe, and a big advocate for this, that you will see the most engagement, you will see the better experiences when you're teaching something that you love,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Because it comes from the
And
heart. Like it's not
absolutely.
something
And
you're forced to
it's so
teach.
funny because I always say that when it comes to music, I always say, pick the music you love, maybe throw in a few crowd pleasers that everybody loves.
Yes.
But if you're
Yes.
happy about the music, same thing.
Yep.
So,
Agreed.
so your business is your target market is the instructor. It's not the gyms. You
Yes.
don't do a license fee or anything like that.
Yes.
It's
Absolutely
just
no
to the
license fee.
gym. I
Yeah.
mean, to the gym. Yeah. Okay.
Correct. Yes. Yeah.
It's just to the instructor.
When, yeah, when instructors go through it, they pay for it, which, and here's something different about our company too.
Okay.
And we went back and forth with how we were going to do this, but our training fee covers
Yeah.
the entire year of content, and
Oh.
like the
Oh.
entire
Oh
year
yeah,
of
I think you
content. And
told me
it,
that. That's great.
yeah, remember you told me what?
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Like what?
the training
Yeah.
fee, yeah, the training fee, which is a traditional training fee, covers all of the content. So
And they get everything.
we don't have a monthly fee, we don't have a quarterly fee. They get
Wow.
absolutely everything. They
Oh
get their music,
wow,
they get their
Michelle.
choreography, they get everything. And
That's
then we
great.
just have yearly renewals.
Awesome. That is
Yeah.
very different, and that's really, really, I'm sure, appreciated by instructors right now. And
Yes.
humans who
Yes.
have Netflix, Hulu, Amazon,
Yeah.
Amazon Prime. I mean, the list
Right.
goes
Right.
on and on and on and on. Well, this is great.
Right.
Now you did say you have an anniversary gift. Tell us about that.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So until mid-October, I believe, don't quote me on this. And again, I'll put the
I think
information
you
down in
said
the
the
thread, but
15th. Did you
uh,
say October
yeah,
15th?
the 15th,
Or am I lying?
mid-October, I believe it's
Okay.
the 15th. We are offering 2 free collections. So collections are about a $70 value with
Wow.
sign up. Yeah, so 2 free collections with sign up. So
Oh,
that means you'll get the whole year, and then you'll get 2 free collections in whatever brand.
nice.
So whether it be in, strength or bar or fusion, you get 2 free collections, which is about 107 or $140 value with
140.
fusion, and then a little bit more actually with strength and bar, because you get a little
That's
bit extra. So
amazing. All right.
yeah,
So
we just
when we wrap up here, if we can, somebody put in the bottom here, somebody on my team or your team, just put all that information. Is it, what's the
okay.
website? What's the web address?
I will. There's a web address, www.thesoulsquad.com.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
That gives you all of, I know, easy, right? That
Love
gives
that.
you all of the information about the train, like all the different formats. So
All the
that'll tell you all about the
trainings.
different formats, the accreditation. It'll give you all of that information.
I love that.
And then we have another website, and I will link that below because it's a
Okay.
little bit too long. It's www.thechoreographyclub/upcoming training.
Yeah,
So
forget all
I'll
that.
link.
Forget all that.
Yeah, I know.
Soulsquad.com.
Forget
I
all
like
that.
it.
Yeah, and
The
I'll do that.
Soul Squad, SOUL squad.com. This is so
Yes,
great, Michelle, and I'm really, really happy that you and I finally got to meet in person. So I know what you're all
I
about for
know.
real.
I
But
know, and we got together quite a lot at
yes, we
IDEA.
did by accident. And we met, and I met your wonderful daughters. And
Yes,
apparently,
yeah.
one of them has written a blog that I think you should put that link in there too, because that blog
Okay.
it's really great for someone who's been in the industry a long time to see how the kids of um, instructors that have been around a long time, how they react to what crazy stuff we've been doing all these years. I
It's
love her
very,
take
yeah.
on the Las Vegas show. It was really great.
Yeah, it's very interesting because it truly was a family affair, except for my husband and the dogs. They needed to stay
Mm,
home. But my both my
somebody
daughters
has
and
to.
my daughter's boyfriend went out, and they were called the street team. So we let them just kind of go out and, wear the shirts and do the things and talk to the people.
Oh,
And
that's
my
great.
oldest daughter is a writer. She's a freelance writer and editor. And so she
Mm,
wrote about her experience at IDEA,
I
which,
love it.
and she's a non-fitness person. Like, it is
Yeah,
not, it is for sure not her thing. She doesn't like doing it. She's never taken my class, all that kind of thing,
that's
but
so
she's
funny.
grown up in this environment.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
so it's very interesting. And it's not, you might agree. It's like, it's not what you would think. It's not what you would
I
think
love
it
it.
was, like on certain aspects, like about the donut, when she talked about the donut, and she talked about pizza, donut, pizza,
Pizza.
and candy are
She's
all in
my
this
kind of
fitness
girl.
article.
She is my kind of girl. No, really,
Yeah.
I love that. So yeah, and you know what? You're so great, and we're so happy to be a part of
Oh,
your Soul Squad family indirectly. And I hope I get to see you again. And everybody, go check out Michele Park. At least give yourself a chance to explore all the little sampler that you have, so you can see if you like it and see what they have going on, because it's great stuff. Great stuff. Michelle, thank you
yeah.
so much, and we will
Oh,
see
thank
you
you. Thank you very
again.
much, Denise.
Yeah, this was really nice. Thank you so much, and we'll see everybody again next month. Take care. Bye
Bye, guys.
bye.